I think you and I might both agree to where, if somebody's having abortions just because they don't want to have to worry about contraception, I feel like we might agree that that would not be okay. Like, and then you have to think about, like, there's the countries, I think it's Sweden, don't quote me on it, but like there's a whole country who now has, like, they abort every single child with Down syndrome. So they're wiping out this whole would you agree with that then? Do you think that that's something that's okay?
I would argue it's probably unethical.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's more getting into a different line of thought, though, into, like,
But what if they're just 12 weeks pregnant and they haven't gotten to that?
So, I mean, if it's 12 weeks, again, I don't have much of an argument.
Yeah.
I think it becomes a lot more complicated of an issue because the parent might not be able to care for a child with Down syndrome, and that's certainly an argument.
But then maybe adoption might be better than ending that.
Sure,
I know a lot of people with Down syndrome.
Pregnancy is quite traumatic, and if you're not going to keep the child, it becomes.
Do you think there's any accountability though?
I think, of course, but I think that most
because the
women who
baby's
get
only there
abortion-
because the woman made a choice. So 99% of abortions, they're there for the woman made the choice. Rape only accounts for less than 1% of abortions. So I would say that, like, if human life is known to come from this act that is, it's not essential to life. Like, I would say, obviously,
I would absolutely disagree with that. Sex is absolutely essential to life.
Yeah, so I would definitely disagree. It's not like water. It's not like oxygen. It's not like, yes, it makes life better. It enriches life, but is it necessary to life? I can live without it. You can live without it.
I personally can live without it, but I know many of people, like...
Well, they're not going to die if they don't. But I understand what you're saying. It's a beautiful thing.
It creates a thing in your brain. It actually... Where were we?
Oh, sex, is it essential?
I would say that, like, yes, to a certain degree it is. It's, to a lot of people, it's spiritually essential. To some people, like... Not that I subscribe to this argument, but I think that there is, a large percentage of people who cannot find another person, and I would say that, like, that level of intimacy, very much with a lack of it, can lead to a degradation of the psyche.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think it's why prostitution should be legal. You know, like, things like that definitely can create harm reduction in a society. Now, I don't think that everyone's entitled to sex. I think that's a different statement. But I would say it's an integral part of our humanity, and the joy of life.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying. I agree with you that it's a beautiful thing. I think it's different, and to where, because then we can come into a lot of things. Well, there's a whole group of, I mean, obviously it's not the majority, but there's a group of people who enjoy pedophilia, and for them that's their source of, that makes them feel good, that makes them feel happy.
Sure,
so,
but we're getting into levels of harming another person.
Yeah.
And that is...
Yeah. But we're talking about abortion, so if it is a human life, then that does harm another person. And you said...
I would argue that it's not.
Consciousness, that simple word is what I couldn't think of,
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
Like,
so even after the point of consciousness, because initially in the conversation you said it's kind of when they can form a thought or something. Were you not? I thought you were implying...
That's about where I would say.
Yeah. So it's like generally around between, they say now, it's like 24 weeks is like the furthest that would be. So do you think anything after that should be illegal then?
I don't think it should be illegal, but I personally wouldn't do it.
Yeah, so why then would you, if you don't want people to be harmed and you think that human life starts then, after that is killing a human life, why do you think that that should be okay then?
Because illegal creates a whole extra term of, I don't think the state should have any control in that matter, quite honestly. The government has
What about murder? Can they prevent, like, can they have rights protecting you from me killing you?
Sure, but I also have the right to protect myself.
Yeah, absolutely. But so then if you say human life begins at that moment, why can killing that human life matter? Because they can't put up a fight? Or I'm really just trying to understand your view.
Because there's more nuance than just the abortion itself, right?